So your man gets up to go get a haircut and Ryan Jones enters the transfer portal. We got to talk about it after the bumper.
Don't be cornering me. Hold up. Time. You got to help me with that corner
Before we talk about that, I want to let you know we're doing good works here. One of the cool things about this channel is being able to participate in charitable giving, and one way in which I and you are participating in that is Dodgeball tournament at the Owasso Family YMCA. That's on February 29th. There's a link in the description below if you want to put together a six-member team and join up and possibly catch these dodgeballs I'm tossing at your face. Come get it. You know what I mean? You'll get free t-shirts. We're going to have great prizes. It's one of the cool things I get to do since this channel has been around. I'm very, very, very much a Tulsa guy. I love this space. I love that I went to high school here. I even went to undergrad here before going to Oklahoma to get my master's degree. And it means quite a bit to me. And I'm very proud of not just Tulsa, but being able to do good stuff in Tulsa. And you are helping do that. And another way you could help do that is by joining the channel as a member. I mean, we got tiers that start as low as 99 cents a month, like $1. What's $1 to you? Quite honestly, we have another tier that's at $5, and we even have a family tier that's at $9.99 if you are feeling so inclined. I know that there are people that find this channel valuable and want to participate in its growth, and this is a way for you to take ownership. There have been a number of people who have, and I appreciate every last one of them, because not only are you helping grow this channel with the set, with better equipment, you know, we're about to upgrade our camera setting with this better sound. I mean, there are people that were around when I was holding my cell phone up to my face making videos that decided that this was worthwhile, and I want to show them that, one, it's paying off, and two, that we do give a damn about our community and who is growing up around us and helping raise it up, and I'm glad that you're a part of that. All right. Let's talk about Ryan Jones. What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button, because I upload a video every single day. It's always college football related, sports related. We have a good time today. We got to talk about redshirt sophomore Ryan Jones entering the NCAA transfer portal, and that means depth is once again an issue. But more than that, Ryan Jones is one of my favorite dudes to join out of this 2017 class. I really wanted to work out for him, man. I wanted to work out as strong safety. I wanted to work out as strong side linebacker. I wanted to work out at this newfangled rush in position, or even will linebacker for Alex Grinch, and it just ain't a-working. I understand being frustrated. I also know Ryan Jones played in 18 games, even had a pick against UCLA in 2019. And I thought that we probably should have a discussion going into the spring about maybe moving Ryan Jones back to DB. Maybe asking him to play strong safety, right? Or even free safety, or just provide depth there. But man, I'm wildly upset about this, and I shouldn't be, because I want Ryan to succeed. I want him to go to a place where he's going to be able to play. This was a 4-star recruit coming out of North Carolina. Man had opportunity to play wide receiver at Clemson, and all those dudes do is get into the league. T. Higgins announced earlier today he's going to go play in the NFL. Also means that with Ryan Jones entering the transfer portal, you really need the two incoming linebackers in Brendan Walker and Schein to show out. Schein is an early enrollee. Brendan Walker, one of my favorite kiddos in the 2020 class out of Oklahoma City at Bishop McGinnis. Class kiddo. Really, really love him. He's going to get here this summer. But now you're looking at DaShaun White, Caleb Kelly as your Mike and your Will, and then behind them, Bryan Asamoah, Brian Mead, Witter, Walker, and Levi Draper. Draper, to this point, has been the biggest disappointment of the 2017 class. I'm not sure about what exactly is going on here, because coming out of high school, we all loved this kid, and there was reason to believe that he would have been in the same position that Kenneth Murray Jr. was in had he not had the injury. And yet, and still, we're looking at Levi Draper, and I got to tell you, I want him to come alive. I want him to just do what Curtis Bolton did 2 years ago when he decided, I know y'all want to anoint Caleb Kelly, but I'm going to go out here and I'm going to flat out win this job. But if Levi Draper were to ascend, and let's say Caleb Kelly was forced to come off the bench or not play that many snaps at the will linebacker position, we would call Caleb Kelly a bust, right? And we wouldn't necessarily give Levi Draper the props that he deserves. And I think vice versa, right? Those are two dudes that had outstanding futures when they got to Oklahoma. You would not have shocked anybody if you said that you expected Levi Draper and Caleb Kelly to both be dudes that were anchors for the Oklahoma defense. And a couple years ago, you would expect to see Caleb Kelly come out. And after this year, you would have expected to see Draper come out. Instead, we're watching Kenneth Murray Jr. come out early out of that 2019 defense and be the dude that is maybe going to put Oklahoma back on the map in the NFL draft defensively, depending on where he gets drafted. I think if you run sub 4.5, we're looking at perhaps a first-round pick, even early second-round pick, which would be an absolute boon for Oklahoma, because the thing that I talk with the kiddos most about is where do they feel like they fit and who can get them to the NFL, especially when we're talking about blue chip recruits. Blue chip recruits are those 4- and 5-star players. Now, those dudes want to see Oklahoma put some guys into the league, right? And they all think that they are good enough to get there, but flat out, full stop, you're looking at, say, defensive back, you're looking at Alabama, you're looking at LSU. You look at the all-pro list this year, you'll see Alabama defensive backs and LSU defensive backs. You'll see Tre'Davious White. You'll see Minkah Fitzpatrick. You'll see those dudes. You can't say that at Oklahoma, at least here of late. And I thought Ryan Jones, with his ability as an athlete, would have had a great opportunity to do that at Oklahoma. I think he still has an opportunity to do that somewhere else. I mean, Will Sunderland went to Troy, and he was showing out down there. So these guys can have second acts, and I want that for them. I want them to be great. I want Ryan Jones to go into the portal and come out at a place where not only he's going to get play, but he's going to get national exposure. Maybe Mac Brown and Jay Bateman, defense coordinator in North Carolina, are going to be like, oh, cool. You want to come back home? We'll take you. We'll come back home, because North Carolina's going to be a problem next year with Sam Howell coming into his own and Mac Brown doing what he does best, recruiting, and letting Phil Longo and Jay Bateman handle the football stuff. We're getting to understand what North Carolina could actually look like. Getting back to Ryan Jones and where could he end up landing, anywhere is my guess, because he can play on both sides, but he flat out outgrew the strong safety role, at least in Mike Stoops' scheme, at about 230, right? Perspective here is Kenneth Murray Jr. is running around at like 240. So he wasn't that far from being that kind of a talent, but watching him in spring game didn't always look like he knew what he was doing, didn't always look like he was naturally a fit for linebacker. And linebacker is one of those positions that, not unlike playing offensive line, it just takes some time for you to understand how to move in that space and how to be instinctual in that space. Like Brian Odom giving DaShaun White the biggest props, and he's the most instinctual linebacker I've ever seen at his age, and particularly just period. So we expect big things for DaShaun White, and this will very much be his defense, I think, in 2020. Also need to add in there that maybe Bryan Asamoah could come on. I know there's a number of people that are very high on him. I'm not sure what to say about Brian Mead at this point, except that it's still getting there. Like, he's making the same kind of bust that we used to see Kenneth Murray Jr. make, but Kenneth Murray Jr. was also on scholarship and not walking on. But Brian Mead could be that guy. He was first off the bench for Mike Stoops, first off the bench for Alex Grinch. They obviously like him. Brian Odom liked him. Tim Kish liked him. He's obviously playing his butt off. Need to stop saying obviously so much. But yeah, I really wanted this to work out for Ryan Jones. I'm sad that it didn't. I want him to go and succeed. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.